Hello and welcome. My name is Nancy and we're here for mindful movement. So just inviting you to come into a comfortable seat. Again, just maybe a pillow under the feet, maybe even blocks under the feet, or sitting towards the front of your chair. Just again, whatever position, whatever props that you need to come to this moment. As you arrive, finding a comfortable seat. Maybe you soften your gaze, close the eyes if you're comfortable. And just allow your awareness to be in this present moment. You may notice sounds around you in your space. And just let those sounds be present, part of your practice. You may notice the temperature in the room, any sensations of warmth or coolness on your skin. Again, that's part of your experience. And draw your attention now as best you can to your breath. At this point, you're not changing it in any way. You're just noticing your breath's natural rhythm. And let's come into what is called our three-part breath. And so if you are comfortable, you could take one hand or both hands, place your hand on your belly. As you inhale, imagining you're blowing into a balloon. Feel the belly rise. And as you exhale, you may notice a softening of your belly. And just a few more breaths here, just noticing how the belly rises as you inhale and softens as you exhale. The next time you inhale, we're going to inhale now into the lower chest. So you may want to bring one or both hands just to the sides of the ribs. As you inhale now, notice the belly rising. And then feel the breath in the lower part of your chest. Maybe you feel your ribs expand. And then as you exhale, softening again, a contraction of the ribs. And start to breathe into these parts now. First the belly, then the lower chest, just noticing your breath in those two parts. And after your next exhale, let's invite the breath into the third part. So you may want to take one hand up into the upper chest, up by the collarbones. And so as you breathe in first into the belly, then to the chest, lower chest, and then upper chest. Again, a softening as you exhale. You may even want to take one hand onto the belly. Just feel the breath in your entire body here. And just continue with the 3-part breath. You could bring your hands back to a comfortable position on your lap as you continue this 3-part breath. After your next exhale, just come back to your natural rhythm. Take a moment now to make an intention for your practice, a mindset for your practice. And our theme, as we continue in this time together, our theme's going to be foundation. And so as we began our practice, we found a comfortable seat. We felt the ground underneath the feet, the sit bones on the chair. Maybe that's your foundation, is feeling your body in this moment. We were also coming into this 3-part breath, really just focusing on the breath in our body. That too can be our foundation. And as we continue in our practice, we use our breath as an active part of our practice. Our body moves with our breath. And so there's this body-breath connection. And so again, we can use our breath as our foundation as we carry on in our practice. And so let's go ahead and just start to move the rest of our body. So move our body now. Let's start with the shoulders. And so you may want to just either have the hands again on your lap, or maybe just rest the hands at your sides just comfortably. And on an inhale, let's inhale just that left shoulder. Inhale it up towards the ear and round it back. And take the right shoulder now, inhaling it up towards the ear and rounding it back. Now taking both shoulders, inhaling up towards the ears and exhaling, rounding back. Just a few more times, just waking up the shoulders, inhale and exhale. One shoulder and then the other. And then in unison. One last time. Move at your own pace. Just really feel the movement in the body, in your shoulders. And then come back to just a seated posture, your Tadasana. And again, with our breath, with our shoulders, let's inhale the shoulders up towards our ears. And as we exhale, let's just release and side out. All right, so inhaling. One last time. once again, just come back to stillness. Just feeling the echo of that breath. It was almost like a release, a sighing out, letting go. And so now let's think about our breath a little bit more. We were just sighing it out, and you could probably hear that sound as we sighed out. So I want to play a little bit here now with our breath and vocalization. And so we're going to inhale a full breath. So we'll inhale the full breath in our body, that 3 parts. So you get a full breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to exhale through our mouth and make an audible sound. So we're going to go through the vowels. So we're going to start with ah, and then continue with a, e, o, and oo. So those are the vowel sounds that we'll be exploring with our breath. All right, so we'll go ahead. Just again, come into a comfortable seat, hands resting on your lap, whatever feels comfortable for you. And as you're ready, take a full breath in, 3 parts. And exhaling ah. After your exhale, just come back to a natural rhythm of your breath. And so we'll continue that again, ah. And this time when we are in our audible sound, exhale, I invite you to really exaggerate the features of your mouth and your face. So we want to engage all the muscles there in your face. All right, and as best you can in your space, be as loud as possible, as loud as you want to be, as loud as you can be. And so, again, we're going to take a full breath in, and as you are ready to exhale, exhale ah, as loud as you can, and try as best you can to engage all the muscles in your face. All right, and so let's go ahead and take a deep breath in at this moment. Always coming back to your natural breath after your exhale. Next sound will be our A sound. As you're ready, inhaling. Next sound will be E. Breathing in deeply. Next sound will be O. Remember, as best you can, just engaging all the muscles in your face. Breathing deeply. Last sound will be ooh. And as you're ready, breathing in deeply. Ooh. And always coming back to your natural breath after your exhale. And so let's try that one more time. And this time, as we go through the vowels, let's go continuously through them. So we'll, after our exhale, breathe in deeply and then just exhale the next vowel sound. So again, we're going to go through starting with A, E, O, and then ending with oo. And so as best you can, remembering also that you want to try to be as loud as you can and try to engage all those muscles in your face. So really exaggerate the facial expressions. Have fun with this, okay? So let's just come back to our breath. Let's take a preparatory inhale together. Just breathing in, breathing out. And then now breathing in for that 3 parts, and then starting with your vocalization. As you finish, just allowing your body to be here in stillness. Coming back to your natural breath. Let's take the arms now. If they aren't already, just bring them out to the sides. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your sit bones on your chair. Arms at your sides now. Find length through your spine. Imagining that string on the crown of the head. As you inhale, that lengthening through the spine, through the crown of the head. As you exhale, grounding down through the feet. Feel the surfaces beneath you. Once again, on an inhale, lengthen. And this time, as you exhale, let's take that left hand, let's just follow the chair leg and come down towards the ground as far as is possible. Inhaling, coming back up. And the opposite hand follows the chair, the leg of the chair down towards the ground. Inhaling, coming back up. Just a few more times. You're just warming up the spine here now. Feeling this lengthening here, or yeah, the stretch through the side body. Maybe feel that movement of the spine. And one more time on each side. Inhaling, coming back up to your Tadasana. Just come back to noticing your posture. Take your hands towards your knees. Come off the back of your chair if you aren't already, so maybe coming towards the front of your chair. Coming into our cat and cow pose, starting with our cow pose. On an inhale, slide your hands towards your body, raise your chin up towards the sky. Shoulders back, feel the open in the chest. And then exhale, sliding the hands towards the knees, rounding your back, tuck your chin under. So a few of these cat and cows with your breath, exhaling as you come into cat pose, inhaling as you come into cow pose. Just another movement of the spine, this time coming into our extension and flexion. Feeling an openness in the throat. And then the next time you are in your cat pose, inhale, coming back just up to your Tadasana again. Let's start to bring movement to the hands now, and also a little bit of a rotation for the body. So let's start with the left hand. On an inhale, let's inhale the left hand out to the side, maybe rotating your body, and exhale, coming back to center. Your opposite hand, inhale out to the side. Maybe you're already rotating, maybe your hand is already traveling behind you, and coming back to center. So inhale, both arms now, inhale, and exhale. Continuing here with this movement with your breath. Alternate arms out to the sides. And if it's available, coming into slight rotation. Both arms coming out. Exhale, come back to center. Continuing again, just move at your own pace. So bringing some meaning to our movement here, just calling to mind our theme here. Our body here, our torso, our arms, our spines moving, rotating, coming into extension. And at the same time, feel your feet on the ground, your foundation, feel the sit bones underneath you. And so even as we move through our practice, be aware of our foundation beneath us. One more time. Maybe you're noticing you're able to rotate ever slightly more. Maybe your gaze is following your hand. And that's only if it's comfortable with your neck. The next time your hands come back to the lap, just pause here. Maybe release the hands back to the sides. Notice your posture again. Come back to your Tadasana. This pose is a foundational pose. This pose is an active pose also. So your shoulders are in alignment with your hips. Again, with your breath, you're lengthening through the crown of the head. So feel that length through the spine. And at the same time, feeling the ground beneath you, your sit bones on the chair. Feeling that foundation. All right. So let's start to bring some movement to our lower body here. Again, starting with this contralateral movement. So let's take the left knee and the right arm up as on an inhale and exhale. And opposite side, inhale and exhale. Just a couple of times here, just like this. Remember, it's the opposite arm. One more time on each side. Inhaling as you raise your knee and arm, exhaling as you return. All right, so come back here to our Tadasana, our foundation. We're going to start to add to that now. So we're going to alternate sides, one arm and then the other. And then we're going to bring both arms up and then step out to the side. Okay, so we're going to start with the left leg coming out to the side. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Both arms now, inhale, and then exhale. As you exhale, let's come into the cactus arms. Remember, cactus arms is bending the elbows. And then let's come back to center. Coming back to center. And then releasing the arms. And so opposite side now. So now it's your right arm and no, it's your right knee, right leg, and your left arm. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Both arms now. Inhale and exhale, step your side. Cactus arms. Inhale, come back to center. And release the arms. All right, so that's your vinyasa here. That's your movement with your breath. All right, so again, you're alternating arms. Both arms come up and stepping out to the side. All right, as you're ready, inhaling and exhale. Remember this connection with your breath and your body. One last time, each side. As you finish, come back to your Tadasana, grounding both feet on the floor, noticing the chair beneath you, arms at your sides, length through their spine, shoulders in alignment with the hips. Just allowing the body to come to stillness after that movement. On your next inhale, let's inhale both arms up overhead. As you exhale, exhale, bend the elbows, take your left leg out to the side. Release the arms, coming in here to a wide-legged squat. Just imagine here you're in a squat pose. You're being supported by the chair here at the moment. Coming now into a movement here, another movement for the side body. So we're going to inhale the left arm up and over to the side. Inhale, come up, back overhead, and exhale. Opposite arm comes up, inhale, and exhale over towards the side. Inhale overhead, and exhale. So just move again with your breath here. One more time on each side. Coming back to stillness, inhaling the arms up overhead once more. As you exhale, exhale cactus arms, and then stepping to the center of the chair, and then stepping opposite leg out. Release the arms. So now we're just on the opposite side of our chair now. This time we're going to hold our pose. We're going to hold that stretch through the side body, starting with the left arm. As you inhale, inhale the left arm up, exhale it over towards the right. Breathing into that side body. One last breath. On your next inhale, inhale, arm overhead, and then float the arm down. If any time you need to come out of the pose before I cue it, then listen to your body. You can always meet us here or come back to your Tadasana. So you are your best teacher. Remembering what I say are just suggestions, and you know what is going to be best for you in that moment. When you're ready, let's take the left arm now, or the opposite arm. Right arm, inhale, up overhead, exhale towards the left. And as you hold this pose, just notice again the breath in the side body. On an inhale, inhaling, coming back up, floating your arm down. And let's just step the feet back to the center of your chair. Arms come back down to the sides. Just feeling the echo of that pose in your body. Maybe you're feeling more sensations, maybe in the arms, or maybe it's the side body. There's no right or wrong. There's just a noticing. And so let's come into a hip opener now. So we're going to start with the left leg. We're going to take that left leg and we're going to rest it someplace on the right. So for some of you, you may want to extend that right leg and the left leg will rest someplace on the lower leg. For others, maybe the knee stays, the right leg stays bent, and your left leg comes to rest on the thigh. So again, this is your practice. You find what part of your body feels best. Maybe, again, it's the lower leg. Maybe it's up higher. Find that position that feels available to you. And if your right leg, your left leg is on your thigh, you want to keep your foot flexed. You don't want to, you want to protect your ankle. And so just keep your foot flexed here. And as we hold this pose, I invite you just to take your gaze inward. This is a hip opener here. Our intention here is just to allow that left hip just to open and release, let go. So you might want to soften your gaze. You may even close your eyes. You're remembering our breath, our foundation of our practice. Even as we hold our pose, you're still actively breathing. And so I invite you, notice your breath, and as you exhale, perhaps just bringing your awareness to that hip joint, and on an exhale, inviting the joint just to let go. To release and to open. One last breath. And as you're ready, release the pose. So release the leg. Both feet are on the ground again. And just take a moment here just to check in. Notice the body. Maybe you feel more sensation in that hip. And then as you're ready, take your opposite leg now. And again, finding that position on the left leg that feels best for you. Taking the gaze inward and finding the breath in your body. Just inviting your hip to open, to release, and to let go. One last breath. When you're ready, releasing your leg, finding both feet on the ground again. And just noticing the echo of that pose in your body. All right, let's come into another posture. Let's take that left leg out to the side. Left leg's out to the side. So you might be at the front of your chair. Let's take that opposite leg and lengthen it, straighten it out. All right, hands gonna come to the front of the chest, in front of your heart, maybe the palms together. Maybe as we pause here, you can call to mind your intention for your practice. And when you're ready, we're going to move dynamically with our breath. On inhale, we're going to inhale the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to release the arms, outstretch them about shoulder height. Maybe your gaze looks to the left. Inhale the arms up. And exhale back down towards the heart. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. As you move with your breath here, just maybe call to mind now where the hands start and end, in front of the heart. Maybe we can think about, as we move in this vinyasa here, perhaps the heart can be the foundation of how we move. Still moving with your breath. But oftentimes as we move through our days, we could be here in the head. And so just bringing a little bit of a meaning to our movement here. And calling to mind our theme today, foundation. So maybe just thinking about our heart, and perhaps allowing our foundation to be in our heart. Maybe that resonates with you, or maybe you just call to mind your intention that you have for your practice. The next time your arms are outstretched, hold that pose. Maybe your gaze stays neutral. Maybe you're gazing forward. Or if it's available to you, you could turn your gaze in the same direction of the knee that's bent, that left leg. Look beyond the fingertips, holding this pose as best you can. No matter where you're looking, if you're looking forward with a neutral neck, or if you're gazing beyond those fingertips, just imagine here looking out through the lens of your heart. Allowing your heart to be your foundation. One last breath. On an exhale, release the arms if you haven't already. Again, you can always come out of the pose if your body is telling you that you need to come out of the pose. Let's step the feet back together. Adjusting your seat as needed, allowing your arms to come to your sides, back to this foundational pose, our Tadasana. As you check in with the body here, just notice what sensations you might be feeling. And when you're ready, let's step out with the opposite leg now. So that right leg steps out, and the left leg just extends in front of you. So both of the soles of the feet are on the ground. Once again, let's take the palms to the heart, starting position here. And this time, moving dynamically, let's just move, just extending the arms out to the side, palms up, and then coming back to center. So inhaling and exhaling. And again, notice how it feels as you move in this dynamic movement with the palms up. Does that feel different? Maybe it feels like giving away, or a release, or letting go. Or maybe it could be a receiving, opening yourself up to receive. The next time the palms are together in the heart, in front of the heart, pause for a moment as we come to hold our pose. So as you're ready, extending the arms, gaze again. Options are to keep the neck neutral, or you could turn the head, gaze beyond the fingertips. And as you hold this pose, with the palms raised, just notice how it feels. One last breath. On an exhale, release the arms. Let's take the feet back to the center of your chair. Taking your gaze inward, softening the gaze or closing the eyes. Just feeling the echo of that pose in your body. And so we're going to come to another movement, another vinyasa. You may or may not have your block available. If you have blocks, I invite you to get them now. We're going to take our block, and again, the purpose of this is to bring the surface up to you. So we're going to come into a series now. It's a forward fold with a rotation. And so just take something that you have. If you don't have a block, you can maybe get a book or some other object that could lend itself to bringing the surface up to you. So here, there are different positions of the block they can use. You can use it on the shortest position, flat. You could put it on one end, the side end, which brings the surface up slightly, or you could have it on the tallest end, which it brings up even more. So I'm going to just place the block on this height between my feet. Again, I'm at the front side of my chair, coming into a forward fold with a rotation. Okay, so arms come down to the sides. And as you're ready, on an inhale, inhale the arms up. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward, place your hands on your block. Inhale the left arm up, and exhale, release. Inhale the right arm up, exhale, release. And then inhale, come back upright, and then exhale, arms at your sides. So that's our movement. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, hinging from your hips with a flat back. Inhale, rotate one direction. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, the opposite side. And when you're ready, exhale. Both arms coming overhead. And exhale, back to your Tadasana. Move at your own pace now. Continue with your breath. One last time, movement with your breath. When you're upright, just come back to your Tadasana, pause there. Now we're going to hold our rotation. On your next inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward once again, hinging from the hips with a flat back. When you're ready, on an inhale, the left arm up. Your gaze can stay down if that's best for your neck, or if it's available, you could turn the head. Holding this pose as best you can. Two more breaths. When you're ready, on an exhale, release your arm. Inhaling the opposite arm up now. Holding this pose as best you can. On an exhale, release your pose if you haven't already. Inhaling both arms overhead. Exhale, release the arms. Again here, just feeling the echo of that pose in your body. And we've come to the final pose now of our practice, our Shavasana. And so I invite you to come back to be fully supported by your chair. So resting your back on your chair, arms resting on the thighs in a comfortable position, maybe palms down, even could be palms up. You may want to extend the feet, maybe have them rest on another chair in front of you. You can take your blocks even and rest them under the soles of the feet. At this moment, what you're doing is just allowing your body to fully let go into the surfaces beneath you, behind you. Closing your eyes. And as best you can, with every breath, with every exhale, just allow your muscles to release and let go. Gently bringing awareness back to your body. You can move the toes, move the fingers, and start to move the head gently from side to side. As we end our practice here and go forward in the rest of our day and week, I invite you to just remember the foundation. There's that part of you, your breath, you can come back to the foundation. Find your foundation in your breath. Maybe it's literally feeling the ground beneath you. Maybe it's residing more in your heart. Just remember also as you go through your days that there's a part of you that's unchanging, your ground of being, your divine spark, that you are created in love, for love, and to be loved, that you are beloved. And finding peace, joy, and comfort, and knowing that truth. I thank you for your practice. I thank you for your presence, allowing me to be here as part of your practice. I'm grateful, and I look forward to next time. Thank you so much.